Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Wolf, and I am playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, which Dark Souls is overall my favorite game I've ever played. And I'm extremely pleased to have this on my PC. In fact, if this game didn't exist for the PC, if they didn't, let's see here, if they didn't port it over, I don't know if I would. If they didn't port it over to the PC, I don't know if I would be a PC player right now. I'd probably be waiting for 6 months or so. And I'm so glad that they brought it over because Dark Souls is just an amazing game. It's just so well designed. I mean, it has its flaws, of course. No game that they've made is perfect. They have some pretty close ones. But this is just my favorite game I've ever played. So, I know that some people they might be watching the stream right now. And I'm just making my character. Actually, that's not too bad. I think they made it better looking than it used to be. There, I'll just move that over because I can use my controller. That seems to be kind of acting weird right now. Let's go for. Needs to be changed in a bit because the color tone, if they didn't change it, because the color tone used to always be really fucked up. Give myself blue eyes like I do in real life, because blue is the supreme color. It's also the color of my lightsaber, which I don't have a real lightsaber, but if I did, it would be blue. And then I have to change the most important part of a man, the beard. It dents that up. I always thought it was weird that when you filled up some value, some would just decrease for the beard. It's not like people with beards don't have sideburns, you know?
I've got a full beard, so my sideburns just don't really grow in, you know? That's how it is.
But you can pretty much just cheat past it by moving these all to the right over and over and over again. And I've made this character a bunch of times. I've played Dark Souls tons of time, and I'm, planned this all out, so I am completely prepared for this game. Let's see here. And see how my character's like that weird pale white. I'm trying to fix that. I never seem to get that exactly right. And you'll see how my character looks like really weird orange going on here. Let's see. That's probably good enough. And I don't care. It's not a dragon. Alright, starting with the pendant, if you didn't notice, because I'm a huge... Oh, I'm going to be quiet. I want you guys to enjoy this cutscene here.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. the age of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
That intro cutscene is amazing. So, well, I guess there's still a little bit more to go. I'll be quiet again.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Hey, where are you going? Alright, then I stand up. I'm tired of waiting. I've seen that cutscene way too many times. So, I gotta ask you... Oh, by the way, I know that a bunch of Dark Souls players want to know this, so I'm gonna show them this. Simple pendant with no effect. Even so, pleasant memories are crucial to survival on hard... I've never even read that word before. I can assume it means difficult, but difficult journeys. So I have to ask, why do we play games? You know, why is it that we play a game and enjoy it? You know, and say that there's a bunch of different values to games that we can derive from. There's like story, there's gameplay, and I guess there's not that many different things. And then there's the multiplayer aspect of it, difficulty and all that. Dark Souls is my favorite game in terms of its combat. It's weighty combat. Just ignore the man behind the curtain. It's not and I'm not. I mean, for players that are new to Dark Souls and never seen it before, this might be kind of a quickie. But I want to get to the new content. And I work very hard to plan the whole thing out. So anyway, this might not be light, you know, filling walkthrough here, but it should have all the information of playing the game. So what I like most about Dark Souls is that the combat is very, very heavy. It's that, you know, your actions really matter, and there's not... The game is kind of nice in that there isn't too much of the... There's not too much of this, like, barrier to protect you. You know, in some games it's, like, really hard to die. It's really hard to lose. In this game, if you're going to die, then you die, and that's all there is to it. But it's also like Dark Souls that instant hit, you know, one-hit kills are actually not that common. Most of the time, if you're at full health, if you take a hit, you'll probably be okay.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yes.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, The fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death.
And he says, and thank you. So, you'll notice that with NPCs and some cutscenes, actually the game is very cutscene empty. Let me change my monitor here. It's a little too dark in my current hunched over state. You know, cutscenes, there aren't that many, because Dark Souls is a very, like, make your own lore kind of game. Hey, it's not player, cool. And, see, that's the problem with Dark Souls. You get kind of focusing even on the stupid stuff that makes no difference. It's not hard. I really can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, what I really like about Dark Souls is the way to combat. You know, Dark Souls, in my opinion, has terrible story. Like, value story-wise is not fair. If you look for a game with a lot of story to it, you're not looking for a great game. What I love most about Dark Souls. The combat has weight to it. And that's actually probably shouldn't start with that. What I love most about Dark Souls is that it teaches you how to play. Like if you see, look at some of the trailers of people playing Dark Souls. It's just like pathetic. Or no, not I didn't mean to say it that way. The trailers of Prepare to Die edition that they released. The people are playing with level 400 characters and they're doing pathetic because it's not about how well your character plays, it teaches you how to play.
In the ancient legends, it is stated
What's it state? It says
that one day an undead shall be chosen to leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
I'm so happy I have this on a solid state drive. The loading screen should be like
to the land of the ancient lords.
which is called Lord Ran. Let me drop some comments. Sorry, it's just hard to watch this cutscene. I'm so used to it. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they fixed resistance to work right. Let's see. Let's see. That's gonna be different right now. We'll check that later. Because in the current Dark Souls, resistance is just terrible. Thank you for the message. Resistance. Oh, there's that's kind of a nice change. I mean, technically it makes the game easier, but it's not like I beat the game now because of that. Resistance is supposed to increase your defensive values and increase your resistance to poison. But the way it works, currently Xbox and PlayStation version, the way it works is that it scales with all your defensive stats, as you can see right there at the bottom right. I hope maybe you can see my mouse right around there. And since it scales with all those stats, it doesn't work right. So at higher levels, it doesn't do anything. At lower levels, it does do something. But when you get to higher levels, all the other points that you usually would get for free do anything. So we'll see when I get up to a higher level if it actually does anything. I've always wanted to put some points in resistance, but maybe just stay out there. Also, this controller I'm using is a POS, so if I don't block or attack, you'll hear me say mean things about my controller. And it'd be pretty obvious. I need to get this ring, actually. It's an important ring. Since my character isn't bottomless box glitch, as I am used to it being, I need to get it. Seriously? I hate you. Dark Souls, you may have noticed when I leveled up, I was at a thing called Bonfire. And that's your checkpoint system, basically. If you ever played Dark Souls before, I know a lot of you are probably watching and you know all about Dark Souls. Stop talking, I hate your voice, and you need to die. But for players who haven't watched Dark Souls, I'm also going to try to sell it to you because I think Dark Souls is the best game ever, and I think everyone should play it. So anyway, you saw how I was resting at the bonfire there, and that's a checkpoint basically. If I die, that's where I'll respawn. Now, think of like Braid. In Braid, you can't lose. It is impossible to lose Braid. You can only quit. You can never lose it. The Dark Souls, in a way, is a similar concept. In Dark Souls, you cannot lose Dark Souls. In theory, you should be able to get past everything. If you did it infinite amount of times, eventually you would, in theory, get past it. So it's impossible to actually lose Dark Souls. It's impossible to actually lose Dark Souls. I mean, I'll die, go back to the bonfire, and I'll die, and I'll just be able to walk back up here. And so that's the interesting thing is that Dark Souls, for being so hard, is actually unlosable. And a lot of games are like that nowadays, really. But they're more, you know, they're more punishing. I feel like Dark Souls is actually not as punishing as it always says it is. But that's part of the beauty of Dark Souls is that dying is a good thing. When you die, you learn how to get past the next thing. Now, I do not actually intend to die at all. I intend to beat this game all the way through without dying, except for one part where you have to die, and I'll be wearing a ring of sacrifice, which when you wear it, okay, I guess you can't make that jump anymore. That's good. I guess you can make the jump still. That's good too. When you wear it, if you die, you don't lose anything. Now, if you die, you leave behind what they call a blood stain, and on your blood stain, it has all your souls. At the bottom right, that's my soul counter. That's pretty much my experience points and my currency. In the top left there, that 00, that is my... I should have underestimated this. The top left is a humanity counter, and really its purpose in the game is kind of humiliating. Like, it doesn't do a lot. It can be used for a fair amount of things, and it's good to have humanity. I kind of think it as the, how well are you doing in the game right now counter. It's not really anything else than that. So humanity, you can use humanity to turn yourself human at a bonfire, which doesn't have any value other than the fact you can basically play online. And you know, you can be invaded by invaders who want to take that humanity, and you can summon other people to help you beat the boss, and they get humanity for helping you. And so there's, you know, that risk and reward value there. But, I mean, in terms of how to play the game, you don't actually have to ever be human. And when you're human, you can also kindle a bonfire. And what that means is, you see how I have 9 essence glasses because I'm a dumbass and had to drink one? Well, if you kindle a bonfire, well, actually, that's not a good way to start the description. When you rest at a bonfire, you get your Estus flasks refilled back up to the amount the bonfire gives you. It gives you 5. All of them start off giving you 5, except for 3 of them in the game, which start off with 10. Actually, there's 4, at least in the original, you know, normal version. So these 4 will give you 5 Estus flasks, or 3. I guess I can't really remember right now. So they'll give you 5 Estus flasks, and if you kindle the bonfire by giving it one of your humanity while you're human, then it will give you 10. And if you do it again, it will give you 15 and then 20, which is the maximum. Once you get 20 flasks, the game is a lot easier. It's like advice I give to somebody who wants the game to be, you know, it's like, this game is too hard, I can't take it. You're like, oh, they get 20 flasks. Let me help you. Just always lose my train of thought. I guess I get too focused on Dark Souls. See, if this was a conversation, I'd just be rambling on about Dragon, by the way. I'd probably remember better, but since you're not talking back and you're just silently or, you know, things about how I suck. Jeez, that I do suck. It's all about timing, I swear. I probably should have. I beat these guys tons of times, even when you bottomless box glitch, which is a glitch that lets you transfer all your stuff over from one character to another. You still have to get past these guys. I've beat them a bunch of times, but now that I'm talking and focusing on crap, I'll probably end up. Another thing about I really love about Dark Souls is customization. Like, if you like a certain type of weapon in your life, odds are Dark Souls has a copy of it. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to mention. When you rest at a bonfire, it actually respawns all enemies around you. So there's no limit on your souls. You can get as much as you need or want. Let's change it up. It's really actually extremely fair armor. Weighs less. And gives me poise. Poise is when I get hit, you see how I like stagger? Poise prevents that stagger. And I would say that it's overall the most important value to armor. Don't you dare heal, bitch. I hate these spear guys make me cry. Rainbows make me cry! It's cool to see all these other things. It's not like it used to be. Sometimes it gets kind of dead on the Xbox. I need something from you. I need to buy 2 things. Not that. I need to buy the rapier. And the short bow. And since I'm here, I probably should buy as many of these as I can. Maybe not that many. Those are 2 of the weapons I need for my build, I assume. I've been a big fan of the rings that exists in the game. If it's removed, my build will change accordingly. I'm prepared to change it already, so. It's okay. The weapon I just bought was overall much better than the weapon I'm using, only because it can be used behind a shield. It's a rapier class weapon, and its attack rating, how much damage it's supposed to do, before their defense is calculated, that's not much lower, but it attacks faster. It also does more a backstab or a post after parry, which you haven't seen yet because I fucked up my first parry. But when you hit somebody, here, I'll actually try it on this guy once. I just gotta time it really well. See that? That's a parry, and then that's a post. That's the maximum way to deal damage with a weapon. High critical or extremely high damage, and that post does. If you notice, I actually should have said this when I was doing it, but if you notice, I didn't start off with the usually considered the best gift in the game. When you start the game off, you can choose between somewhere between 8 and 10 gifts. I don't remember how many. And the best gift in the game, considered by many players, is the Master Key, because it lets you skip a bunch of crap that you don't want to do. And I didn't do that because I believe in what Pendant does, and I wanted to test. Well, I guess there's not really any testing I want to do. I just wanted the Pendant. See, the director of the game suggested that players start off with a Pendant for playthrough. Remember what it says has no effect. Actually, no, it can't. So, no effect. It doesn't do anything. But a lot of players are wondering if there's any lore value behind it. So I believe that there is, even, maybe in the current version of Dark Souls. It's kind of feeling like it's no. Swag. And that's why I chose it, because I believe that there is a lore value to having it. And I, want to use it for that reason. But we'll see. I mean, it might actually do nothing. It's just, it could be suggested to make the game harder, because I have something that does nothing. It would make sense that he would suggest that it makes the game harder if you want to go for the hardcore experience. Players that have played the game, Frampt, and you know that I love Frampt. Frampt and I are like best buddies. Bitch. Oh, there's a humanity. See, I just picked up a humanity from an enemy, and when you kill enemies, before you beat the boss, if you kill an enemy, there's like 10 enemies that have potentially dropped humanity. And although I there's a total of 10 each run, you know, for all your run-throughs, basically. So this run-through I got 1. Next run-through I might, you know, if I died, like if I died and didn't beat the boss, then I might get another humanity or something like that. See, this weapon on the Xbox leans off to the right, yeah.
I want to practice with it, you can tell. I shot him in the brain.
I'm a fast roller kind of guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if I get killed or hurt from a terrible roll. That's your, you know, well, you know what rolling is. You're not an idiot. When you roll, you can avoid damage, and based on your equip load, that value right there, my mouse is, you know, visible. That equip load affects how fast you roll and all that. So, mine is less than half, between half and a quarter. So that means I can do medium rolling and medium running, which is just fine. Medium speed is great. It's fine. Nothing's wrong with it. Fast rolling, though, makes medium rolling look like crap, even though medium rolling isn't bad. And then, you know, fat rolling, when you're above 50%, that's crap. Like, if you fat roll, you're going to get killed. I'm so used to doing more damage. This is killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Of course, I'm also probably supposed to be on my level. Because I'm not supposed to buy this crap. But I did, and you can't stop me. And I'm sorry if you guys, if I'm kind of loud, or if I breathe, and you guys can hear me breathing in the mic, which I probably should have said, because now you'll just hear that. But when I uploaded the video, and I noticed on my screen that my voice was extremely quiet, so my mic is really close to my mouth right now. This is the boss. He's pretty badass. Not too bad. Well, like I said, this actually is not even a good example. This boss is like, you know, you can't really move against it. There are a couple ways to beat it. You saw how I just jumped on top of it right there. It can actually fall off the edge right there. But it's not really about learning how to make your character beat it. I can beat this enemy with my bare fists and no armor. I'm, you know, having difficulty, so I probably would have died a couple of times. But because it teaches me how to beat the game and not my character, that's the beauty of Dark Souls. And so if you, well, there's no excuse now. If you have a piece, if you don't have a Wii and you have a real game system, you should be playing Dark Souls. Because Dark Souls is fucking awesome. A lot of players, PC players, are complaining that, I actually can see this right now, in live that it's currently locked at 30 frames per second, and the video quality is stuck at 720. And so, I mean, that I guess, technically, I just spent $500 on a graphics card. I don't care. Dark Souls is not about, I guess it is very, but it's not about hurting this stuff. Because death is your best friend in Dark Souls. It teaches you how to do better. And I'm a dragon! I hate moving so slow. I mean, it's fine. I'm so used to moving fast. These little souls I've been picking up, you can pop them. Like, you put them in your hand and you use them and they give you some souls, but I have no reason to use them in that way because I can save them for later. Now, this is the coolest and most happy NPC in the game. I want to introduce you to Solaire.
Hello.
I'll be quiet.
You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Jolly cooperation. I'm not done talking to you, though.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
You want to go do something in the bushes?
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
I understand masturbation gets bad.
It pleases me greatly.
This pleases
Well
me
then,
greatly.
I
take
love
this.
that phrase. You'll hear me say it, I'm sure.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon
Praise the
signature
sun.
easily by its brilliant aura.
Brilliant.
If you miss it, you must be blind.
I love you, Solaire. Will you marry me?
We can have a son at our own wedding. I don't know what I'm saying. I love Solaire. Oh, and if you wonder what he says,
I'll stay behind and gaze the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Solaire's my favorite NPC overall. He's so cool. He's just, you know, balling. He's just a cool guy, you know? It's like the zombie apocalypse. It's exactly like that. You've got a bunch of people who are like, it's the end of the world, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna, you know, betray everybody, screw everybody over, and then not really think that next possible. That's okay. He, Mr. Solaire, is the cool guy in the group. That was 16 of this. I kind of remember the stats I need. There we go. I'm kind of a guy that like puts a bunch of points into one stat, and then like once it's at where it needs to be, then I stop. But since I'll be trying to get to the DLC tonight and at around level 85, because I think I'll probably need to get to the giant blacksmith in Anne Orlando. If you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. I think that's kind of my goal, to get there, not beat Ornstein and Smoke, because I wonder if that changes the gameplay. I didn't actually bring this for this, and I didn't even want this sword, but it actually makes sense to have it in here, if I can. See that accuracy there? That was freaking balling right there. Oh! Yeah, I've practiced a lot with this bow. And there's a lot of luck too. I'm hoping the luck. Apparently it will. I missed the important shot. Now I'm just spamming. It's just spam now, I swear. I suck. Actually, the best way to kill it is to run away. You know what? I hate that fucking sword anyway. Screw this. Go up and do it. Technically, at this point in the game, it's like the best sword in the game. But it's really good. It's a good sword. When you cut his tail off, you get a sword. But it's just stupid looking anyway. I'm more of a fan of like. As you see, I have the short bow, the rapier, and the long sword, which are like basic weapons. There's a bunch of different variants of them that are different. Like the his sword over there is Solaire's. It's not a straight sword. And there's like the Ricard's rapier. Oh shit, I'm gonna die right now. He's gonna fly up in the air. Goodbye, world. Oh no, he didn't fly up in the air. Thank God. I hate that attack. I'm gonna come back here as a dragon and cleanse him from the world. Right about here. Ah, you bitch. Get out of here. Hey, you're not welcome here. Probably use this sword. So as long as you don't mind the fact that it's going to be in 1080p, or, well actually my video is going to be 1080p. As long as you don't mind that the game is going to be in 720 and that it's stuck at 30 frames per second, then you should absolutely buy this game. Because it is the best game I've played overall. I love it, and I'm going to make babies with it. we go. Good weapon. It's not the weapon I'll be using. That weapon is coming up soon. It's kind of weird looking at this in a windowed screen. The live stream, it has to be in a windowed screen. It just feels weird. Think of this as like the giant version of the sword I was just using. It's really good. It's a solid weapon. In fact, in PvP, it's one of the most used weapons. That's weird. Oh shit, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? That lag is kind of suck. Oh, that is suck. That is gonna hurt.
Nose about to rock.
I salute you. Oh no, it was supposed to backstab you, and I was gonna live and look really cool. Power of the Estus flask to not die. Squadala! Oh shit. Guys, I love getting dragon and just roaring. So used to. I love this. This is great. It's like bringing me back here to when the game was really hard in comparison to what I'm used to. All I need is this. And now. Okay. Not ready to go again, but whatever. Die. I love how that was placed there. So actually, there's this really interesting animation that a lot of players haven't seen. So let's see if I can do it right now. Actually, it's cool, buddy. Yeah, it's tasty. Tasty souls. Oh, that's actually only the second time I've done it. Yeah, look at that armor that I don't even know if it's defensive. See, the halberd, that's the weapon I'll be using, and that's on the other side of that gate. Probably should just run over there. Whatever. Oh. At this point in the game, the upgrades of my weapon weren't in my stats, so I should probably start saving souls, actually. Thanks for reminding me. No problem, me. You're a pretty cool guy. I know. Let's make out. On live stream, you're a dirty me. Weapon doesn't look cool. What's the fun of running with it, you know? Mystery key. Oh, it's such an important part of this game that's coming up. I doubt that they've done anything to this ring, but if they have, the best ring in the game, by many players' accounts, is called the Darkwood Grain Ring. This ring actually has been changed, so you can see it's in there, which I think is great. But what it used to do is that your equip load, if it was at 50% or lower, it would change you to fast movement speed, and it would give you backflip, handspring, things. And these are actually better than fast rolling by a lot of accounts. Yes, I did. Let me tell him real fast. I'm streaming this so he leaves this alone. Yeah, I did say it. That's sweet. Come on, 7. Check it out. 7's a cool guy. In fact, 7 and I, we're tight. We're tight like a vagina. Virgin vagina. I don't know. This This is when they start getting more badass. You want to parry me? That's fine. I'll just fail to pull my bow out and then shoot you. 13 damage. Okay. Note to self, bow is terrible right now. She get a headshot. And see, I'm actually really rusty against these basic guys because the weapon caliber I'm not used to. I'm used to using weapons that like one-shot them. I run through the whole area. So I'm actually kind of at a disadvantage. Just move the fuck out of the way. It's all about timing and not getting killed. Stamina bar, that green bar, that goes down. That goes up really slowly when my shield is up. So that's why you have to alternate between using a shield. And when he moves his when he moves his hand around like a snake, you'll see it on some of the guys. But when he moves his hand like that means he's trying to parry me. That's like the nicest thing that game development can do. This dude's trying to kill you. They might not want to die. Pretty sure that's what is my equip load. A half of 54 is 25, so I can't use that shit right now. It's so good. These ones are easier. They're using the Balder Side Sword, which is actually one of the best weapons considered by players against other players. But, I mean, for me, he can't attack behind a shield with his rapier, as the other ones can, because they have rapiers. So it's easy to do that. Kill him with one shot. Okay. The only problem with spear users is it's not aggressive enough. Which is fine by me, because I'd probably be dead. 7, are you watching me stream right now, dude? You watching me stream? This lag, this frame rate lag is kind of sucky. There's not much you can do about it though. It's capped at 30. Reduces my performance, makes it harder. Oh, my favorite weapon in the game. That's one thing that's really nice about cool weapons is that let's see how the attack is. It has more attack power. You see there. I'll show you a little bit about weapons right now. If you're a veteran player, you can ignore this little segment. You see that? That's my base damage. That's how much is added by my parameters, strength and dexterity, which are both Ds. And that's the total attack rating, at least for this +0 halberd. Compare it to the Claymore, 103. It has lower starting damage. This says 110, this says 103. But it has higher parameter bonuses of C. See, C and C. So it adds more damage, even though it has less starting damage. That's just a little taste into it. But what I really love about this halberd is the moveset. It's so fun. Oh, it's just fun to hit things with it. That feels good. You want to mess, dude? I got my weapon. I'm ready to kill you. Right, you're dead. Mess with me. Hey, by the way, that's your head, and it's about to bleed. Yeah. Bring it on, bitch. I got my weapon. I'm ready to kill you. You're dead now. That was right in his eyeball. Ooh, that was terrible for him. What I really need right now is a Titanite shard. See, my rapier, if I attacked with that against his shield, actually I can show you with his rapier. See how he bounces off? The rapier's piercing attacks are actually pretty weak against my shield, even though this is an excellent exemplary shield. But this weapon here can power through this small shield because it's just, there we go. That's what I needed, is a little bit of loving in the morning. Let's go clear out the side passage here so that if bad things happen, I'll be ready for it. Because I love co-oping, but right now I don't need to be co-oping when I'm trying to do this with you guys. I want to get to the downloadable content, or I guess it's just, you know, the extra content as fast as possible in a way, but I do not want to be completely underprepared for it either. I would prefer to be a dragon bro And if you don't know what that is, in the game there are 9 or maybe more now. Actually, I think there are more covenants in the game. And these covenants, you join them and you get certain benefits. And the one I like to be part of is Path of the Dragon, which turns you into a dragonoid. And it gives you some advantageous spells, kind of, like of your character. You can breathe dragon breath. You can do a roar like a dragon. You can't wear armor, which is a huge disadvantage. There's a community. Let's go ahead and rest at this. You know, I'm gonna do something over here for sure, though. I need to upgrade my weapons real fast. At this point in the game, I don't even want to be using. I don't even want to be leveling up. There's just so little benefit to doing it right now versus upgrading my weapons power. Because you saw that my halberd is adding. Its base damage is so much more than what it's adding, because at this point my stats are not enough to like really, you know, give that value.
Well, you must be a new arrival.
Yes, I am.
I'm Andre of Astora.
I am now.
If you require smithing, then speak to me.
I do. Is there another gesture? I like that gesture. Hurrah! Let's repair my equipment. Just side. 4. That won't do any good. I'll buy 3. Because it costs 200 souls to level up too. And so this actually increases my bonuses down here. You can see right down here. That gives me more plus. And then this value here is dependent on your base damage. So 110 plus, you know, with this value here is kind of the idea. But you know, they don't know exactly what happens. There we go. 3 upgrades out of that. That's really good to start off with.
Don't get you.
So my attack rating, whatever, 115 around, is now 160. That's a huge advantage.
Somebody rang the bell. It's so nice to hear that.
Let's see. I want to talk to this guy, I guess. My characters that don't use magic, I don't like them to pick up any magic because I'm just kind of weird like that, but this guy can give me an important object in the game later on, so I'm kind of inclined to talk to him. Ooh.
Forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Oh, good old Siegmeyer.
Still.
Oh! He's the onion man. Medium movement speed, I want more. Don't care how I work out. So yeah, Dragon Bro. I'm just thinking about Dark Souls right now. With the things that are coming up, I can't wait to get to the new content, but I have to be ready for it. If I were to run into the new content right now, I would get slaughtered. My character is not strong enough, and I don't know how to fight them to rely on my character's strength, you know.
Hey, buddy. What?
It's like, I'm just here for you to see it. You can parry this guy, but I would not. I mean, I have never even tried. I've seen it. There we go. That's the importance of upgrading your weapon. Big motherfucker. Down for the count. He gave me a Titan shard, I bet. And maybe a shield. Damn it. I wanted that shield. It's a shield I intend to use. If this ring doesn't exist, that we'll be seeing in just a few seconds. And I should probably rest in this one.
Magic? Did you miss the magic down here?
These arrows cost 3 souls each. I don't care that I'm spamming them. Bleed from your face. Bleed. Now that guy up there is a channeler. Channelers are actually, they don't respawn. The boar that I killed, the guy I just killed, and this fellow I'm trying to kill right now, they don't respawn. They're considered like mini bosses. So they're just like harder hurdles that you have to cross over. All the other enemies they respawn. He's really dangerous. If I go up there, he'll actually buff up all those, you know, dredgelings around him. Oh, did he drop me something? I think. What is that? You guys saw that little light affecting there? Maybe he dropped me his weapon. I don't think he... Oh, actually, that's what that's... I've never noticed that before. You guys see all that float, like ashes kind of hanging around here? I've never noticed that. The weapon he drops is his trident you saw him standing there with. It's probably the rarest weapon in the game. It's not like... In Dark Souls, there is no one best weapon. There are a few terrible weapons that you shouldn't use, but it's not like his weapon's so good it will beat it effortlessly. It's kind of cool though if you two-hand it like this and you click the right trigger or whatever it is on the computer. It'll let you do this cool little thing. I wouldn't say it's cool. It's funny. Oh, boys, you failed me. And there's another reason that I need it, because of its amazing length. I'm absolutely mad. And now the boss that I'm coming up against is a boss that I actually had trouble when I first played the game. I played as a thief, so my starting class, and I just could not get past this boss. I tried to pick up magic. As soon as the magic fell, I'm like, F this. I'm just going to restart as a pyromancer, and that's where it all started as a pyromancer, spear user. We were all noobs once. I don't want your gauntlets. I've used some armor characters, but really 80 or more % of my characters are naked dragon guys. So my knowledge of armor is other things like weapons and spells and stuff. That's my how well am I doing counter, the top left. 2 out of 99. Pretty good.
Oh, buddy. Oh, then as
I would be happy to help you. After I kill you.
you leave me no choice.
Good.
But if this is our...
So yeah, I'm basically killing him behind this gate because I'm scared to hell that he'll fucking kill me. And if he attacks the wall, he could. So I gotta be careful that he doesn't, you know, decide it's time to end my life. Ooh, that's scary. This guy's scary. It's a lot scarier when you're not close. It'd be nice if I could walk onto him. The ring that he has. Oh. Hey. Play nice. Play nice. I stab you with stick. The ring that he has gives you 20% more HP, 20% more stamina, and 20% more equip load, which is insanely high. Those are huge advantages. The advantage is that I can take it off and breaks, which I don't know why you'd want to take it off. Best ring in the game. Well, actually, so that's what I was rambling about. And so I'm actually basically torturingly killing him to get his ring. Come on over here and walk down the wall. Like a cool kid. That's right. We're best buddies now.
You despicable curses!
Let's see if it's on. It is, indeed. Let's see if it still does the same thing it used to do. Let me just pull up my brain calculator. That is about a 20% increase. No, it's not. No, it's not actually, is it? I think it's less percentages. Give me just a second. I'm pulling out my calculator to check. This is big for me. Okay, let's see. 98, 117. I'm forgetting how to do math now. 682818. No, I think it's pretty similar. 682818 OS 6. No, it's giving me a... No, that is 20%. So yeah, it's still the same. Really good. Which is fine, I guess. It's fine enough. It's just... I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, now we're pretty well ready to fight the boss. Before we do that, we're going to go upgrade more weapons. Especially this beautiful power. Isn't that just a sexy weapon? Look at it. Look how sexy it is. And then we're going to go rest the Firelink bonfire. That elevator I lowered behind me is the elevator down the Firelink. I want to move faster. I also want to live though. Let's just take some armor. Now that let's see, is that a quarter? 15 is a quarter. There we go. I'm fast moving now, and I'm happy with this. See? Oh, I love fast moving. It's so good. I missed it. I missed it so bad. This reminds me of the first days I played on Xbox. All the bells and bells of Notre Need 2, and then I think I need 3. So I'll need 4. Purchase item. 4.
Don't get yourself.
There we go. That's pretty healthy there at this point. 200 about. To be honest, I'm actually kind of dreading this boss because I haven't faced him legitimately in a long, long time. I'm kind of scared he's going to just beat the crap out of me. And that'd be it for me. But that's just how it is. In fact, I think I don't know, I was thinking of avoiding it for a long time because I don't want to be invaded by somebody who's an asshole at this point in the game. But I think I'm going to turn myself human because Solaire makes that boss fight so much easier. And you can actually summon Solaire for this boss, so I'm going to do it. Turn myself human and see the awesome. This is the guy I wanted to talk to too, so I'll talk to him real fast. Hello there, stranger.
Hello there.
No, we're not. I'm sorry, I should let you listen to him. I'm sick of this guy though.
But
Talk to him
here,
way
no.
too much. He's an asshole basically, but he's nice.
Oh, I so would.
No, I don't want
That is a ship.
Hi there, person. Hello. I think it's time we kill this guy. Because I've already killed someone else.
Well, let me guess.
I'm so interested in myself human. Actually, I'm going to take it as a challenge to beat this boss by myself. It's something... I haven't beaten this boss at this power level in a long time. So it's a good challenge for me. It gets me back on my feet, you know? You know. And see that the bonfire I just rested at gave me 10 Estus flasks because it's been kindled once, and it's one of those 3 or 4 that starts off with 10 Estus flasks because of the bonfire. Which reminds me, I want to talk to that bonfire keeper and give her something. But I won't need it because it's all about me being awesome. Missing when I attack like a boss. The shield is not effective against me. What's wrong for you? What time is it? I've been playing for an hour. It's not too bad. There we go. Fast boss. See how I got 3 different attack values there? If an enemy's in the state of attacking, you get bonus. See that? One of them was attacking and one of them was